From the KATC Weatherland, here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, it's been a rainy, dreary day across Acadiana. Temperatures holding in the 60s, typical for maybe early December. Not so much for mid-October, but hey, just 7 weeks ago we had 110 degrees here. The average high in August was 101.5. So we'll take this and run for sure and keep the gumbo ready to go. Let's take a look at the weather pattern across the U.S. We have two big weather systems impacting the U.S. One, a tropical storm-like system that is now really producing tropical storm conditions from southeast Louisiana over to the Big Bend of Florida, and the other one up here in the Rockies that has been producing snow at elevation. This system is going to bring in our next front, and that gets here later Friday. Meanwhile, this low pressure system deepened during the course of the day today down to 997 millibars, which is tropical storm strength for sure. And we didn't see the big winds inland with this system, but we did see winds gusting in the 40-mile-per-hour range across St. Mary Parish, where there are power outages reported in around the Franklin area, also Morgan City this evening, and then down about 60 miles south-southwest of Cocardree, a 59-mile-per-hour gust. All the buoys along the coast reporting 50-mile-per-hour winds. Same over toward Lake Pontchartrain, southeast Louisiana, as we head through the evening hours. But locally, not much wind in Lafayette. We barely got above a 20-mile-an-hour gust this afternoon, so still rough weather off to the east, and that's where all the heavy rainfall is, mainly from, we'll say, the Floribama area on eastward, with some very heavy rains and potential flooding later on tonight across portions of the Florida Panhandle, perhaps into Georgia as well, and part of the Florida Peninsula. Meanwhile, for us, we got our rain, and it moved out pretty much on schedule. We'll bring it into powered upper 3, and we'll notice all is quiet now, but we still have some mist out there. If you're out driving your car, there's some misty drizzles out there, and that's probably going to stay with us for several hours and then eventually move out toward daybreak. And again, here's a 12-hour loop showing the rains across the area. Most of us catching about a quarter to a half inch of rain. There were a couple of hot spots that garnered a fair bit more than that, especially across eastern Louisiana, southeastern Louisiana. But some of that tropical moisture from the Pacific systems did manifest and produce some moderate rainfall even across central Louisiana. But again, things quieting down, and we just have some mist out there. Here are the rain totals. If you're in the blue, you had less than an inch of rain. You're in the green, approaching an inch, a half inch to an inch. And there are a few hot spots over toward Baton Rouge and around the Baton Rouge parishes that garnered about 4 or 5 inches of rain. So you always got to watch these tropical systems, because sometimes they do have a little bit of a surprise. Even though this wasn't a purely tropical system, it was certainly a low pressure system to reckon with. Now, as we head into tomorrow morning, mid to upper 50s, clear skies, a mild Thursday afternoon. It's going to be a beauty out there for tomorrow. And then as we head into tomorrow night, staying on the mild to cooler side, typical for this time of year, upper 50s to lower 60s. Then we get into Friday, temperatures reaching the upper 80s. It's going to be a warm day. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a 90-degree reading in a few spots. So maybe not done with that. But here comes Mr. Cold Front. It's going to be coming on through, breezy and cooler behind the front, and going into Saturday, mostly sunny skies. Looks good for the solar eclipse, where 82% of the sun will be blocked midday Saturday. We'll talk more about that, especially tomorrow and Friday for sure. Mid to upper 50s overnight tonight. Tomorrow, upper 70s to lower 80s. So it's going to be a nice day, and it looks like more nice weather on tap as we head into the weekend and beyond. A little misty out there for a while, but we'll get over it. Clouds thinning by morning, seasonably cool temperatures, 58 the low. Then for tomorrow, a beautiful day, nice and mild. Some morning clouds out there, but they'll dissipate as the afternoon wears on. It's going to be a beauty of a day for sure, and low humidity as well. Moving into the 10-day forecast, upper 80s for Friday. We've knocked the rain chances out completely on Friday, and lots of sunshine this weekend. We'll see a cool down, and going into next week, lower to mid 70s for highs, and those overnight lows approaching the upper 40s to lower 50s. So we were talking about this earlier the day, Darcy, after you working out in the field this summer with those 100-degree plus temperatures. I'm sure you're liking this forecast a little bit more so.
I love it. Perfect gumbo weather.
Yeah, exactly. Right.